options, the regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, don't let it keep you from living your best life. QC Kinetics, their advanced, state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. This is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, independence, walk, run, play without the danger and trauma of surgery or harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, in any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on this Friday afternoon. We're thankful to be here at Knox Esports today. Go online, visit knoxesports.gg. Setting up a birthday party, planning a fundraiser, they can help you with that. We'll give you more information on how they can help you with fundraising opportunities at Knox Esports. Brand new location, North Peters Road, near Kingston Pike, next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. And Swain, as you mentioned last segment, you have a coaching candidate that you are very eager to hear what I think about him.
Yeah, very eager, man.
Okay.
I couldn't wait for the break to hurry up and be finished so I can hear your opinion.
Yep.
So I want to hear your opinion first, and then I'll tell you mine. Is that cool?
That's cool with me.
I mean, your name is first on the show. So
Were you interested if that's cool with me?
Absolutely, man.
Okay.
Absolutely. Your name is first on the show, so I think you should go first.
Yep, here on Swain and Josh.
Nah. Josh and Swain.
Yeah, it flows.
I'm going to give you one name. I'm not going to say anything. I just want you to tell me how you feel.
Okay.
John Jancic.
John Jancic.
John Big Janitor Jancic. Clean that stuff up. You remember.
I do.
Big John Jancic.
Yep.
How you feel about John Jancic, linebackers coach?
Experienced.
Okay.
Respected.
Mm-hmm.
Knows Tennessee, having coached here under Butch Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't have the smoothest exit from Tennessee's football program.
Mm-hmm.
But his family has been connected to the program as well, right?
Yes. Yep.
From a coaching standpoint, I think Tennessee could do a lot worse.
Okay.
I do wonder what the recruiting impact will be.
Fair.
But from a coaching standpoint where you need to develop young talent, he has a ton of experience having done that. Those are my initial thoughts. What did I miss? What was I wrong in thinking with the name John Jancic?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with whatever you just said.
Okay.
And
I mentioned that I think we should stick with Josh and Swain.
It is Friday. So I start looking at guys that Tim Banks worked with. Because I think when you are the leader, either of a football team as a head coach or an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, and you're given the green light to bring in your own guys, like you want guys you can trust. And I start thinking about like my time as a player when Tennessee made a change of offensive coordinator and David Cutcliffe was brought in to be the OC. He didn't come by himself. He brought Matt Luke, who wound up being a head coach in this league. He brought Kurt Roper, who became a coordinator in this league. Kurt Roper came and coached the running backs. Matt Luke came and coached the tight ends. And Chris Brown probably gave Matt Luke tons of headaches. Sorry, Chris, I know you're listening. So you want guys you can trust. If you are responsible for one side of the football. And Coach Fulmer hired David Cutcliffe because he trusts him. And David's like, hey, these are my guys. So he brought him in. So I'm looking at Tim Banks. And he's responsible for the defense side of the football. Heupel is the OC. He's the play caller. It's his offense. He's paying Tim Banks all this money not to micromanage him, not to look over his shoulder, because defense is Tim Banks' thing. So you want somebody you can trust. So I say, okay, who has SEC ties? Who has Tim Banks worked with before? Who has experience? Oh, by the way, John Jancic, son on the team. I remember his time here. Really loved Knoxville. John Jancic and Tim Banks actually worked together in 2010, 2021 at Cincinnati. They were the co-DCs. Co-DCs. So we looked at the running back hot board that had 5 or 6 names, and they all had ties to Tennessee. And that's how that list was generated. Well, John Jancic would fit. The running back list, when you look at coaches that have ties to Tennessee, John Jancic has strong ties to Tennessee. I think the recruiting is an excellent point you made. Not that I was listening, but it's a great point you made. And it's honestly the most important point outside of the coaching and the development of any coach you're going to bring in, Josh. Like you can't bring in a coach that's not willing to recruit and deal with what's going on right now in college football. We all know it stinks. But you can't not recruit just because it stinks and you don't like it.
Still got to do it.
You still got to do it.
Yep, still got to do it.
You got to do it to be successful. If you don't, you're not going to be successful. If you're not successful, you won't have a job. If you don't have a job, you ain't getting paid. Okay, so you got to deal with it until the rules are changed and we get some type of guardrails and some type of control and rules that are fair across the board. But John Jancic fits. He fits. And, yeah, like, is he a great recruiter? I don't know. When has he been put in a position to have to recruit? When he was here last time, he was the defense coordinators. And usually coordinators don't go on the road and recruit. So that would be him having to go on the road and recruit. Now, since his time at Tennessee, he was at South Florida working with safeties. He worked with Kentucky in 2017. We won't hold that against him. In 2018 and 19, he was at Colorado State as defense coordinator. 2020, 2021, he was at Georgia as a defense quality control coach. And right now, currently, he is at LSU, special teams and outside linebackers. So he's coaching linebackers now for LSU.
With his experience, he's more than qualified, right, to coach the position.
Listen, man, he's good enough for LSU. He's good enough for Tennessee.
The only real question I would have is recruiting. And I don't even, I'm not saying he can't recruit at that spot, recruit well enough. I just don't know.
Here's what you have to do to recruit today. It's easier in some ways and it's harder in some ways. It's harder for programs like Georgia State. Mm-hmm. it can be easier for programs like Tennessee. Just talk to the young man. Just have
It's a good first step.
relationship with him. Like, you don't have to be the coolest. You don't have to do all the latest dance moves and dancing in their mama's, living room, do all that, because the NIL will make up a lot. Just don't be annoying. Just don't be a cornball as a coach. Just don't be someone that can't be trusted as a coach. Don't give off bad vibes. But if you give off good vibes, and you can show that, hey, here's the guys that I've coached in the NFL, and you have a halfway decent personality, and you communicate with the young man, Tennessee's going to have a chance to get a lot of really good players because you have an NIL, a collective that does a really, really good job with funding, and we take care of our guys here at Tennessee. Like, you don't have to have the most bubbliest personality and be, all super cool. Like, you don't have to be Trooper Taylor or Brian Niedermeyer. You don't have to be those guys from a personality standpoint, but you can't be a wet paper towel. That's all.
So is this an endorsement for John Jancic as a candidate for the Tennessee linebackers coaching position to replace Brian Jean-Marie?
I've always liked John Jancic. There's a lot of really good coaches on Butch's staff that were really unable to display their coaching abilities because of the culture that was cultivated by Butch, how uncomfortable it was. Guys were micromanaged. Guys weren't able to do their job. Players didn't feel comfortable, so it made it harder for the assistant coaches to coach. Like, I remember when Mike Bajakian was here, and folks were like, oh, man, I don't know about this Mike Bajakian guy. Well, he was good enough to go to the NFL and coach there for several years. You look at Zach Azani. He's been in the NFL since. Well, multiple franchises. You're not coaching in the league if you're a bad coach. And so there's several coaches from Butch Jones' staff that are currently coaching in better jobs than the job they had at Tennessee. So I'm not one that looks at a Butch Jones staff member and go, oh, no, I want nothing from Butch Jones' era. That's not me. John Jancic is a good coach.
Roger in the text box, I like Swain's candidate. Another text says, bring him back. Also, if you podcast the show, the 12:22 mark is where you can hear Jason Swain say, Josh, you made a great point. That's my takeaway from this segment. We'll come back. We'll talk more about Tennessee's coaching vacancies as the show continues, as well as the start of Tennessee's baseball season. Tony Vitello's team with a top 25 matchup to start the season. Ben McKee of GoVols 24/7 will join us next to discuss. As we continue at Knox Esports, we had Tim mention in the YouTube chat, love the chairs. Where'd you get those? We're hanging out at Knox Esports today. They've got the real deal chairs right here.
Sure do.
Got the orange, which Swain likes. We're here until 3 o'clock, corner of Kingston Pike and North Peters Road. Knox Esports, where we are on Josh and Swain.
Win yourself a limited edition Sports Animal Game Day towel powered by Food City. Just listen for the when and where. Then wave your Sports Animal Game Day towel cheering on the Vols from Food City, your official supermarket of the Vols. And 99.1 The Sports Animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The Lady Vols fell to number 1 South Carolina 66-55 last night. Tennessee led at the end of the first half, and the score was tied going into the fourth quarter before the Gamecocks pulled away. Rakia Jackson led the way for Tennessee with 19 points. The Lady Vols are now 15-9 on the season and will take on Vanderbilt on Sunday. It's opening day for fifth-ranked Tennessee baseball as the Volunteers are in Texas to take on the 18th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. First pitch tonight is at 8 o'clock. You can hear the game on utsports.com or the UT Athletics app. Tomorrow, 8th-ranked Tennessee takes on Vanderbilt at the Food City Center at Thompson Bowling Arena at 6 o'clock. Vanderbilt is 7-17 on the year. The Vols are coming off a win over Arkansas earlier in the week. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock. Coverage begins at 5:30 right here on The Sports Animal. And the Knoxville Ice Bears are back at home at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum against the Macon Mayhem tonight. Puck drop is at 7:30. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. You can go online to the website and see everything that they have to offer for you. When you sign up at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, signing up month to month, by the way, no long-term contracts, you have access to a 5-star club with everything you need for a workout, with weight equipment, cardio, different machines. They have an indoor track, which is great for walking, jogging, running, especially if you're dealing with a bad weather day. You can get indoors and get a run in. You can take advantage of an indoor pool that's available 12 months out of the year at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. We have a family membership, so we have access to complimentary child care. Our kids love to go swimming at Fort Sanders. They also have the outdoor pool for the spring and summer months, plus more than 85 group fitness classes that take place each week. That's included in your membership. You can sign up, go through a fitness evaluation when you get started. They will help you along your fitness journey. So stop by Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill, inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
Sick and tired of achy joints? Do you dread the idea of surgery? You need to call QC Kinetics today. This is Eric Ainge. And listen, the state of healthcare is always changing. The old ideas like steroids and surgery are no longer your only options. The regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Don't let it keep you from living your best life. QC Kinetics, their advanced, state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. This is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, independence, walk, run, play without the danger and trauma of surgery or harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799.
Tyler Ivins here for Smokey's Cigar. This month, the cigar of the month is the Drew Estate Undercrown Maduro. Buy 3, get 1 free, plus this month's event, all boxes, 20% off any brand, any size. Don't miss out on this once-a-year happening. Of course, it's only at Smokey's, Knoxville Cigar Store.
Looking for a pre-owned Toyota? Look no further than Rick McGill's with a good selection of pre-owned Toyotas, and many of them certified. Rick McGill's Toyota on the Airport Motor Mile. Your pre-owned Toyota is here.
Every day you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt, and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
This report is sponsored by InvisibleFence.com. Going stir-crazy with your pet? Invisible Fence brand works in any weather so you can stay warm while your dog gets their energy out in the yard. Their local pet experts work with you to create a customized solution tailored to fit your pet. Learn more about how pets like yours gain independence at InvisibleFence.com.
We'll see clouds throughout the day, highs getting into the upper 50s. A cold front moves in a little bit later this evening, bringing some spotty to scattered, even widespread rain overnight to some mountain snow. By early Saturday, expect a pretty big cool down as we head into the weekend. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Life's troubles aren't always fun, but there's a law group in town who will help you get them done. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
All facts, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us here on Josh and Swain. We're having a great time today. Corner of Kingston Pike, North Peters Road. Knox Esports, brand new. Tournaments, fundraisers, competition. Swain, a little bit offended.
Love competition.
When I went ahead and told him where he will place if he tries to hop in one of these tournaments anytime soon. Madden and college football, by the way, to come. KnoxEsports.gg. Learn more information online, and we'll tell you more about it as the day goes along. It is opening day in college baseball. Tennessee against Texas Tech tonight. Big top 25 matchup for Tony Vitello's team to begin the season. So a great time to welcome to the show before he heads down to Texas to cover the event. Ben McKee, GoVols247.com, joins us. Ben, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing well. This is quite a test, right? A.J. Russell, welcome to Friday starting, and welcome to a top 25 matchup to start up the season.
Absolutely. Texas Tech, a very nice baseball program, and it'll be a nice test for Tennessee right out of the gates. And very interested to see how A.J. Russell pitches in the opener. I think a lot of Tennessee fans were surprised when Tony Vitello announced earlier this week that Drew Beam was going to start Game 2 against Oklahoma, and A.J. Russell was going to get the ball on opening night, his first career start. First time stepping into a starting role. He was mostly a bullpen guy last year and really didn't pitch a ton until the end of the season and really the postseason. So very curious to see how AJ performs. I think he's going to do great. I saw him pitch last Friday, a week from today, and he was pitching against the quote-unquote starting lineup, at least what I think will be the starting lineup, and he made the starting lineup look very, very silly. And it's a starting lineup that has Christian Moore and Blake Burke and Billy Amick and so on and so forth. And they look like they had never swung a baseball bat before. So, again, I know a lot of people were surprised by Drew Beam not starting Game 1. Tony Vitello, Frank Anderson, they just don't have the traditional mindset of best arm in Game 1, second best arm in Game 2, third best arm in Game 3. I think that they see some value in Drew Beam pitching on Saturday. That way, if you have won on Friday night, then he can give you a series win on Saturday. Or if you lose on Friday night, then he can avoid going 0-2 to start the season or to lose a series. And the way that I look at it, simply put, Josh, is that Drew Beam didn't do anything wrong at all. A.J. Russell is just that good, and A.J. Russell could end up being Tennessee's best pitcher this season. I view it as a 1A, 1B type of situation rather than a starter number 1, starter number 2 type of situation.
How would you compare this team this year to last year's team heading into the season, opening the season last year? Tennessee fell short to start the season, and folks kind of panicking, but the off-season, bring in new faces, bring in new guys, how these guys mesh. How would you compare the two teams at this point?
Yeah, in terms of the way that the roster is constructed, I do feel like it's a little bit flipped. Last year's lineup proved to be perfectly fine, but going into the year, it had some key pieces to replace and had some new guys in new roles, whereas you were going to have to really lean on the pitching staff to start last season, which they certainly did. This year, I think it's going to be flipped. I think that you're going to lean on the offense from top to bottom. It's got so much depth and so many lethal hitters. Tony Vitello told John Wilkerson earlier this week on Sports Talk that it's as much depth as he's been around on the position player side of things. So they have several options for the lineup. I'm glad I'm not in charge of making the lineup each game, although I would love if Tony wanted to throw me 5 here and there. I'd love to have Tony's salary and contract. I'd take that in a heartbeat, but I'm not in charge of writing out the lineup, thankfully, because he's going to have some tough decisions to make. I mean, you have 9 spots in the lineup, but you probably have 15 or so guys that are very capable of getting the job done. So they're going to have to carry the way and lead the way for a pitching staff that it's trying to to find out what it's going to look like after losing so many guys from last year's pitching staff. You have A.J. Russell and you have Drew Beam, as we talked about, but you're trying to figure out who's going to be that third starter. I think Xander Seacrest probably gets that third start on Sunday against Baylor. And then the bullpen, you have some familiar faces, but you don't really know who the go-to guys are going to be out of the bullpen as you start the season. You have a lot of options and a lot of guys who are capable of getting the job done, but they've got to go earn some jobs, earn some roles, and kind of grab the bull by the horns and show Tony Vitello and Frank Anderson that they can be relied upon out of the bullpen. So to me, that's the difference in this year's team and last year's team. I do think that this team has better team chemistry going into the year than last year's team. And that's not only my opinion, but something that several players and Tony Vitello himself has stated publicly over the last several months while they were going through fall practice and preseason practice leading up to the opener.
Ben McKee, GovVols 247, you mentioned not minding having Tony Vitello's salary. You probably want his hair too.
Yes.
What about the new faces, the transfers? Who do you think will start off fast? We saw, last year some guys come in. It took him a little bit to get going. Maui Ahuna took him a little bit to get going. Do you anticipate that happening for some of the new faces on this squad this year?
I don't anticipate it taking some time to settle in. Nobody is ruled ineligible to start the season unless I'm completely blindsided leading up the first pitch tonight. I don't see any Maui Ahuna situations popping up between now and first pitch, so I think that's a good place to start. But Tony Vitello has raved the last couple of months going back to the fall about how all of those transfers have really settled in and really gelled right away and fit in the locker room. There's the obvious names, but a guy like Chris Stamos, he's come in and been a popular figure in the locker room. Everybody loves him. He's a lefty reliever from Cal. He's going to have a chance to earn a role on this team. And somewhat of a transfer, not necessarily from the transfer portal, but from the junior college ranks, Robin Villeneuve. It looks like it's Villanueva, but it's Villeneuve because he's from Quebec. He has a dynamic personality, somebody that always has everybody laughing and great leadership skills and a ton of power in the bat. So he's not somebody that I think is on the forefront of a lot of people's mind, but he can have a Griffin Merritt type of impact both in the locker room and at the plate with the power in his bat. He has been somebody that's come in and quickly emerged as a leader. So a lot of talk about guys gelling right away, and not just those two, but Billy Amick fit in right away. Cannon Peebles has fit in right away. Dalton Bargo, the list goes on and on. AJ Causey, who's from our neck of the woods in Huntsville, went to Sparkman High School, Swain, was at Jacksonville State before transferring up here. So I've heard a lot of good things about the transfers and how they fit in, and that's a good thing because every single one of them is going to be relied upon. Billy Amick's going to be your everyday third baseman and batting in the 3-hole. He's a preseason All-American. Cannon Peebles, he's probably going to platoon at catcher starting out, but that's a bat that's going to be hard for Tony Vitello not to keep in the lineup every single day. I did not mention Nate Snead, who's had a good return from Christmas break leading up to the season. A guy that's been 99 to 101 on the mound the last couple of weeks, and somebody who can be a power arm out of the bullpen. So there's a lot of new faces, and all of those new faces are going to be thrown into the fire right away. Tennessee needs them to not only gel early, like you mentioned, Swain, but they need them to contribute right away as well.
Hey, Ben, last thing, we'll get you out of here. Tennessee's a top 10 team, not the only SEC team in the top 10. What are the Vols facing in terms of league competition once again this year?
It's brutal. It's SEC baseball is SEC baseball. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, how many SEC teams are ranked in front of Tennessee. I go by D1 Baseball's top 25 rankings. I want to say 3 or 4 were in the top 5. Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, and I think A&M's in the top 10. So Tennessee's ranked number 9 according to the D1 Baseball, and the number 9 in the preseason top 25, but that's like 5th or 6th in the SEC by their ranking. So SEC baseball is just an absolute beast. It's only going to become even more difficult, just like it is in football with adding Texas and Oklahoma. But it's going to be difficult as it is every year. There's some big time matchups every single weekend for this club, weekend and weekend out. But the good news is that Tony Vitello, Josh Elander, those guys have accumulated quite a bit of talent. And they are recruiting as well as anybody in the country. The recruiting rankings suggest that. And it's stiff competition weekend in and weekend out. But they should be just fine. I don't see much of a difference between this team and the last couple of teams for Tennessee. And when you say that, that means that this team is capable of winning the SEC and winning the national championship and getting to Omaha. So the road will be tough. The road will be tough, but they're plenty of capable of navigating it and hosting that trophy on the final day of the season.
It's going to be a fun season, and Ben McKee's going to cover all of it starting tonight with Tennessee against Texas Tech. 3 games down in Arlington. GoVols247.com is where you can read his coverage. Ben McKee, thanks for the time. Safe travels, by the way, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for hopping on today's show.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Ben McKee, GoVols 24/7, covering Tennessee baseball, all Tennessee sports. As we continue on, we're at Knox Esports today. KnoxEsports.gg will tell you more about what's going on here. If you're looking for a fun fundraising place that can help you raise some money, we'll tell you about how Knox Esports can help you with that as well. Here until 3 o'clock, 865-656-9900 for you to be a part of today's show. We'll keep the text box open as we continue on Josh and Swain.
We started out on AM, then added FM, then a website stream, and now we're worldwide on the Sports Animal app. Everywhere you go, the Sports Animal stream is there.
Can you smell that? The cold's about to hit the rearview mirror, and you want to make sure spring cleaning is your top priority. You can get insanely clean homes right now just by calling the experts at Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. How about this? 3 rooms of carpet clean plus a free staircase for $119 when you mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal. You can book online now. That's at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
This is John Wilkerson, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted one of Knoxville's best heating and cooling companies 7 years in a row. What's new with Pipe Wrench, Whitney?
Well, John, Pipe Wrench proudly installs and services York-branded heating and cooling systems, along with other major HVAC brands you know and trust.
In addition to installing and servicing York heating and cooling units, Whitney, how else can Pipe Wrench help folks stay warm?
Great question, John. Pipe Wrench offers maintenance and repairs on all major brands, free second opinions on repairs and replacements, and we offer free on-site estimates for replacements. We offer 0% financing on new units with approved credit and with our 10-year warranty on parts and labor. Homeowners won't have to worry about spending a cent on unexpected repairs for years to come.
Call Pipe Wrench today, 865-264-8090, or book online at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free.
TK Wheeler Jewelers, the place to shop when you need a great selection of jewelry to celebrate one of life's big milestone moments. Also the place to take your old, outdated jewelry and have them transformed or repaired. You're going to love working with TK Wheeler. Hey, this is Heather. I have been on the TK Wheeler train for a long time. Every single piece of jewelry I wear on a day-to-day basis. My engagement ring, the rings I wear for my boys, my beautiful gold disc necklace, and all the earrings that I wear, they are all from TK Wheeler Jewelers. And they all represent different milestones in my husband and our life. And that's what I love about the gift of jewelry. Every time you wear that special piece of jewelry, you're going to remember exactly who gave it to you and what the special occasion was. But you might also have some family heirloom pieces that you're holding on to for sentimental value, but you can't wear them. Take those pieces in and have TK transform them into modern jewelry that you can wear that holds all the sentimental value. When you need beautiful jewelry, you need to shop where I do. TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement. Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing sexy back. The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Knoxville. Justin Timberlake. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, November 19th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you beat the books with BetQL. The NBA is on the All-Star break, so the BetQL model is leaning towards college basketball today for the 5-star best bet. Princeton is trying to keep pace with Yale and Cornell at the top of the Ivy League, and tonight the Tigers host Brown. Princeton won by 10 earlier this season between the two teams. It's a double-digit number, but the BetQL 5-star best bet is to grab Princeton at home and lay the points against the Bears. I'm Michael Jenkins. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us today. A few minutes to go here in hour number one. We're with you until 3 o'clock. Tennessee basketball game coming up this weekend. We'll get to that in a moment as the show continues at Knox Esports. This place is cool. Just opened up recently, and they are building some awesome opportunities for you. If you're looking to plan a party, you can do 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour parties for 10 people, 20 people. They'll set up the party room for you. They have a huge room when you walk in. They have everything set up, ready to go. They can also help with fundraising opportunities. So if you have an organization connected to an organization, school teams, AAU teams, churches, they can help you with fundraising, putting together the event. They'll give you all the information you need on how they can help you, both with organizing and the fundraising part itself. You can go to knoxesports.gg for more information. Great location, corner of Kingston Pike and North Peters Road. We'll be here until 3 o'clock getting you ready for the weekend at the brand new Knox Esports. They've already been running tournaments here. More are coming in different kinds of games, including Madden and, coming out this summer, the college football game, as we got the teaser trailer yesterday with more info on the game coming out, I believe, in May. So a lot is coming here at Knox Esports, where we are today. And tomorrow, Tennessee will host Vanderbilt. Joel Silverberg, this is a take-care-of-business game for the Vols after they did so on the road, winning by 29 points against Arkansas. And I would say the next two games are games you just have to win. Have to win at home against Vanderbilt, have to win on Tuesday against Missouri. These are games that don't really help you because of how far down they are. They can hurt you if you lose these kinds of games. So got to win tomorrow, got to win on Tuesday against Missouri.
It's the benefit from playing in a power conference is you get a lot of resume-building games, especially the way that Rick Barnes schedules during the non-conference portion of the season. But every power conference kind of has those weak links where if you don't take care of business against them, it's more like walking through a minefield than it actually is getting to get into a candy store with opportunities to collect something big. So especially after the loss to Texas A&M, after the loss to Mississippi State, the loss to South Carolina, which kind of looks a little bit better now, but you look at how the schedule lays out, you're right. These are two games that you really just want to take care of and make sure that there's nothing that can hurt you from these performances, and then you can move on and start working on the meat of that schedule as you get closer to March.
Yeah, and at this point in the season, we've kind of gone back and forth with, okay, who has stepped up, who's playing well. We've had the bounce-back conversations after some of the losses that have occurred. A takeaway from the game 2 nights ago, the performance by Jonas Adu, the way that he played, the performance by Jordan Gainey off the bench. It's difficult, I think, to pick one X-factor guy. You can choose one and make a good case for a few guys, but those are two players that, if they are on, it changes a lot for what Tennessee can be offensively and the expectation defensively of what Tennessee is kind of remains the same. But offensively, what Jonas Adu was able to bring, his ability in pick and roll situations for Tennessee, and then Gainey's shot-making ability off the bench can be difference makers.
I think it brings in the wild card factor because you know what you're going to get out of guys like Dalton Knecht and Josiah Jordan-James, experienced guys that have their role, they do their roles well, and you can always expect production out of players like that. But you're right, whenever Jonas Adu, who you know typically what to expect, a guy that can have a pretty high floor, when he reaches his ceiling, it changes the dynamic and gives Tennessee a whole new dimension of what they can do both offensively and defensively. So you're right, those two guys, especially with Gainey providing depth off the bench, then you feel like you have a healthier rotation, a sturdier rotation. It just makes you so much more tough to defend throughout the course of a season when you have more guys that can potentially just go off on any given night.
So we'll talk more Tennessee basketball as the afternoon goes along. 6 o'clock start time at the Food City Center tomorrow for the Vols against Vanderbilt. Ken Palm projects Tennessee to win by 22 points. We'll see what the point spread is probably later today or tonight heading into tomorrow's game. But over the next two games, Vanderbilt at home tomorrow and then Tuesday when Tennessee goes to Missouri, the Vols are projected to win by 22 and then by 13 points. So got to take care of business. By the way, playing on Tuesday, that'll give the Vols a little bit extra time to rest up and get ready for a rematch with Texas A&M next Saturday. We come back with 2 hours to go today at Knox Esports on Josh and Swain.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
Got a small business that no one's heard of except your grandma? Time for a boost. From Cumulus Boost, the affordable way to boost local search engine optimization and help manage reviews. Cumulus Boost helps local businesses improve their online presence so they're not buried by bigger companies in local searches. Get found, get on the map, and get a boost with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Since 1956, Standard Kitchen and Bath has been serving the East Tennessee area with professional kitchen and bath sales and design. Family owned and operated, Larry Finley and his son Scott offer custom and affordable cabinetry lines from quality brands like Soul Design Cabinetry. From remodeling to new construction, the professionals at Standard Kitchen and Bath can help you design any space. Call 694-0068, standardkitchen.com, or stop by the showroom, Kingston Pike, next to Grayson Hyundai. They're not just selling cabinets, but designs and ideas that will transform your kitchen or bath into something you'll love.
Wedby Insurance is Knoxville's premier auto owners insurance agency. Since 1972, the staff at Wedby has made it a point to provide personalized, prompt, and professional service. Whether you need personal or commercial coverage, Wedby Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance can provide you with a coverage that fits your needs and your budget. For your home, your life, your car, or your business, Wedby Insurance will be there for your family. Contact them at wedbyinsurance.com. That's WHEDBEE insurance.com.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by TaxSlayer. Start filing for free today at TaxSlayer.com. NBA All-Star Weekend is still fun for kids, but one of its highlights, the Slam Dunk Contest, isn't what it used to be. In the late 80s, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins used to go head-to-head. Now we have G Leaguers against bench players. Maybe this year will be a little different. For some reason, Celtics star Jaylen Brown agreed to participate. Some of the great images in NBA history come from the dunk contest. Maybe Jaylen Brown wins and helps bring the event back to its former status. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain begins. Thanks for being with us. 2 hours to go. Knox Esports is where you can find us. North Peters Road, right next to Kingston Pike. KnoxEsports.gg. Swain, did you get a little Call of Duty practice in?
Trying to, man. You talking about we're going to just lose. You got to practice to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, what if before the 22 Alabama game, Josh Heupel had me come speak to the team, and I just, well, guys.
Do your best and be okay with second place.
Top 2, it's not bad.
As long as you tried your hardest, something you can always carry with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, confidence is something I have to reach for at different times. You can tell that if I try to hop into one of the tournaments here at Knox Esports, I'm going to have to dig deep for a few of those. To be clear, I'm talking more the Fortnite, Call of Duty games. If they brought up the Madden tournament, I mean, my natural playmaking and play calling skill set would jump out at the screen. So I want to be clear on what I'm talking about here.
Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Like the confidence, Josh.
Yeah, they wanted to set up 2K. I got sets ready to go right away.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you believe, Josh Ward. Do you believe in my defensive position coach move? I got another point about Jancic, John Jancic, because if you missed our conversation earlier, it was a name that I feel good about, will be a good fit if Tennessee decides to go in that direction, because he has a lot in common with Tim Banks. They worked together 2010, 2011 at Cincinnati. Another person that John Jancic has worked with before, Willie Martinez. So I didn't mention that earlier. I mentioned it now. So two coaches you currently have right now on your staff worked with John Jancic in the past. So
if you want player development and you want staff cohesion, Tennessee should have that if it were to go in the direction of John Jancic.
Yeah, I think, and I'm not saying like that it's a slam dunk hire and it's a home run, because I don't know, man. I don't know where Jancic is in the stage of his career, coaching wise. I know he was good when he was here. I thought our defense was good considering the talent that we had. So I don't know if it's a slam dunk. I just know it'll be a good fit from a staff dynamic standpoint, because Willie Martinez and Tim Banks, they have worked together before. And Jancic has called plays in this league. He has recruited in this league. He has a son connected to the program. Family lived here when he left. I mean, it just so many dots are connecting. So recruiting is something that, hey, you should wonder about. Really, with any coach, can you recruit at this level? Unless you know someone that is dominated in the SEC. I mean, I think it's fair to have that as a question. But I think Josh Heupel and John Jancic should have a conversation for sure. Hired? Hey, that's up to Coach Heupel. That's up to Tim Banks. But I think the conversation definitely should happen, because there's so many dots that are connecting.
Is the recruiting conversation different now than 10 years ago when John Jancic was at Tennessee in terms of
yeah,
what you are asked to do to make sure recruiting is taken care of? You saw Mike Boynton's comments, Oklahoma State's basketball coach.
I did. I heard his comments.
Joel, do we have that, by the way? Can we play that Oklahoma State's coach? He's the latest coach to
I love it when coaches talk about recruiting.
Publicly weigh in, Oklahoma State's basketball coach, on today's world of major college athletics recruiting.
Recruiting's never been a challenge until recruiting became not recruiting anymore. Like, what I had to do to get Cade Cunningham here was way more difficult than what it takes to get players on campus now. It's not even the same thing. It took 4 years of making sure I was there more than Bill Self, and making sure I was there more than Roy Williams, and making sure I was there more than all these other coaches who had national championships and Final Fours and all these NBA guys. I had never coached a guy in the NBA as a head coach. I hadn't coached in the NCAA tournament. But over time, the relationship mattered enough that he believed that I was going to do the right thing by him. I can't work that hard anymore. Not when you can say, here's $500,000 to come spend 9 months over here. I like you, Coach, but I might get hurt this year, man. And all you got is a scholarship for me. And I still got to give those books back at the end of the year.
What'd you think hearing that?
That was gospel, man. Where's the collection plate? I don't have anything to fold, but I got a couple quarters I can drop in there. Like, that was the truth right there. Now, if he's coaching at a different school, he doesn't have to work as hard, but he's coaching at Oklahoma State. So that's why he had to work as hard as he had to work. And when you are coaching at, a program like a Tennessee, especially if you're a football coach, and even now Rick Barnes, a basketball coach, like, there's prestige that you can also offer. And so it makes it easier. Remember when Central Florida fans were like, oh, good luck, Tennessee fans. Josh Heupel, he can't recruit. Thank you for getting him off our hands. He can't recruit. No, he probably couldn't recruit at Central Florida. But he's done a pretty good job recruiting quarterbacks here. Top 15 class. Obviously, you want to be in top 10, top 5, but, like, hey, you're going to recruit better at a place like Tennessee. So his comments, though, were spot on. It's just harder. It's harder for those guys to recruit players because as much as they love you and like you, and I saw Kevin Steele, I think he was on Feinbaum's show, and made comments similar. He's like, hey, Coach, I believe in you. I know you're going to develop me. I know we're going to play for championships. But, man, this school just offered me like $100,000 more. Coach, I can't turn that down. That's what coaches are dealing with right now. But if you are at a school that is considered one of the haves, you're good.
Yeah, Tennessee's a school that has more advantages in this world than disadvantages.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State is not in the position Tennessee is. Good program. And by the way, I'm sure they're offering more than a scholarship. But can they compete with the biggest players in the game? I would say that's probably very difficult.
You're not competing with Kansas, and you're not competing with, some of the other programs in that league that take basketball serious and have the finances and the resources to back it up.
I would also say relationships still matter. They're not out the window. But if money is a big difference, then money can win out.
Yes. The relationship, having a good relationship is the player at least telling you, hey, Coach, I can't come there. I have to take this other money. Because if you didn't have a good relationship, that player wouldn't even tell you that. You would just find out when everybody else finds out on commitment day or signing day.
We're gonna hear more coaches talk about this, though. We had Tulsa's coach last week.
I mean, you might as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's there to hide? Might as well just come on out and tell us how you feel.
You know what's funny? Matt Rule, he was one of the more outspoken coaches talking about what a quarterback costs.
Broke the ice, it seems like.
I know there's the legacy aspect to him coming, but they did flip Dylan Raiola, top 3 quarterback in the country from Georgia.
Yeah, but you mentioned it. He's a legacy. You can't just say, oh, he's a legacy, but he's a legacy. That's a pretty big deal.
Also a big-time legacy.
Big time.
His
legacy.
father is a legendary offensive lineman.
Yeah, man. That's a pretty big deal. And who knows what Georgia was offering him.
Mm-hmm.
We have no clue.
Yep. In most cases, there is speculation.
Yes.
To it. So, anyway, I kind of got us off path with the John Chancey part of the conversation, but it is something that is considered in this recruiting world that coaches are having to address.
Well, that's what whoever is hired as a running backs coach at Tennessee or the linebackers coach at Tennessee, that's the world that they're going to have to live in.
Yeah, well, another reason it matters here is because Brian John Marie was respected in that regard, what he was able to do as a recruiter, not just coaching linebackers, but recruiting for Tennessee.
Yeah, for sure. And Brian John Marie, did he love it here? Yeah, he loved it here. He liked being here. Good group of guys coming back. But at the end of the day, Michigan was willing to sign him to a new 3-year deal, give him more money, and Tennessee just wasn't willing to go that route with the 3-year deal. And
which is something that I would be addressing.
How so?
I would be willing to give 3-year deals if it's a coach that I very much value.
I understand both sides of it. I do. We don't have enough time in this segment.
We can keep it going. 865-656-9900. If you'd like to be a part of the show as well, you can call or text in to be a part of today's show at Knox Esports, North Peters Road near Kingston Pike, knoxesports.gg, as we continue this afternoon on Josh and Swain.
If there's intelligent life out there somewhere, there's streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal. Guaranteed.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Wilson Brothers Plumbing is locally owned and operated. Great company, led by great people that you can trust. I have trusted Wilson Brothers Plumbing to come out to my home. They helped with a problem we had a year ago with an underground leak issue. They helped us with a project before that they were planning. If we run into an issue at our home, we know that we can call Wilson Brothers Plumbing and be in good hands. If you need help at your home, if you need help at your business, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing, which is committed to craftsmanship, providing great customer service, and they can help you if you want to avoid problems. Last month, we dealt with some severe winter weather. If that was a reminder that, hey, we need to make sure we're buttoned up here, make sure our outside plumbing is in good position. Or find out if you might have some potential issues. Wilson Brothers Plumbing can come out and assess whatever situation you have and then provide you the information you need. Call and trust Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. You can go online to wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you are a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
For over 100 years, Marvin has been helping contractors and homeowners bring their building projects to life. Marvin Windows and Doors will inspire you to create with confidence, value, and distinction. When you choose expertly crafted Marvin products from Hiwassee Window, you have the support you need to make every window and door project a success. Let their professional sales staff with over 90 years combined experience help you choose the right product. Find your Marvin Windows and Doors today at Hiwassee Window, 865-675-3690, just off Level Road.
Pinchy's Lobster and Beer Company in Sevierville is your home for New England-style seafood in East Tennessee. Lobster rolls, oysters, clams, crab, sushi, fresh meat, and more. Don't miss a sweet deal at Pinchy's Lobster and Beer at 991thesportsanimal.com.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
You run a great local business. Unfortunately, it's buried on page 15 when people search for your service online. Thankfully, there's Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost helps your business increase your online presence. Don't get overshadowed by large corporations when your neighbors need your business the most. You work too hard to go unnoticed. Get a boost with Cumulus Boost today at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles Table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Josh and Swain here on 99.1 The Sports Animal, as well as AM 640 The Sports Monster. We're at Knox Esports today. They have, right here at this location, 54 gaming PCs. The console gaming stations feature Xbox, PS5, and the Switch at each station. They have 2 racing simulators right here. Swain, you can put together tournaments, fundraisers. They've hosted Rocket League, Call of Duty, Fortnite. They're going to be doing more. That'll include Madden. College football coming out this summer. Knox Esports, brand new location, North Peters Road, the corner of Kingston Pike.
Yeah, I can see myself coming in here during the morning, going to Joshua Ward's contact on my phone, hitting Do Not Disturb, and being in here all day until it gets dark. Now, don't feel bad, Josh. I would probably do Do Not Disturb for everybody. I can see myself just playing in here for hours.
Was the only change there that you would be stopping by here? Because typically when I text you in the morning, I get a "do not disturb me" response. Maybe that was manual. I didn't know if that was manual or just pre-programmed for a morning response.
Oh, no,
I didn't know which side that was.
You priority, man. You one of the top spots.
KnoxEsports.gg. You can go online to learn more about everything they have for you. Planning a party, planning a fundraiser, they can help. KnoxEsports.gg. North Peters Road, next to Kingston Pike. We were talking about the contract aspect to the conversation with Brian Jean-Marie, the opportunity to get a 3-year deal at Michigan. To this point, that's not something Tennessee has opted to do for assistant coaches. They have for coordinators. Obviously, head coaches have deals longer than that. My thought would be, well, that needs to be an option for assistant coaches. I'm not saying across the board give that. You can have different links. Willie Martinez operated under an expiring contract, right?
You did.
And he's coming back. So we've already seen coaches operate under different lengths, so it's not like they've always had coaches on the same time frame. Not at all. So if a coach is valuable enough to me to hold on to that I don't want to have to replace him, then I would be willing to give a 3rd year on that contract, especially if I believe the person in charge of the program is someone that we're committed to and we've invested in. I want to make sure he has the proper investments for his coaching staff as well.
Yeah, I understand that point for sure. I think if Josh Heupel and Tim Banks are unable to hire a linebackers coach that is at least at the same level as Brian Jean-Marie or better, then we're going to sit back and go, yeah, you should have paid John Marie. You should have paid him his money. You should have agreed to do a 3-year deal. But let's be honest. If Tennessee hires a linebackers coach and the linebackers are better next year, we're not going to care. No one's going to care.
Right.
Here's why I understand the line of thinking from Tennessee on this. I go back to when Jeremy Pruitt was fired. Do you remember that time?
Vividly.
Do you remember who was brought in to the program as potentially being a defensive coordinator, maybe being a head coach, getting an opportunity to be a head coach?
Is that the now retired Kevin Steele?
That was Kevin Steele. And, he had spent time as a head coach before. It was not good, but it was so long ago when he was the coach at Baylor. But Kevin Steele has been a really good defensive coordinator, coach in this league. Trusted by Nick Saban. He won at Auburn. And Kevin Steele is an alum. Like, this is where Kevin Steele played. And so when we called him, he's going to listen because this is home, right? So he comes here under the impression that he was going to have an opportunity to be the head coach. And obviously that did not happen. When Josh Heupel was hired, Heupel, let him go. But do you know how much money he made?
Yeah, I don't recall exactly what, $750 to $1 million, somewhere in that range.
You dang right, man.
Yeah.
Almost $1 million that Kevin Steele was paid to do what? Like, we had to pay Kevin Steele a buyout. Like, we had to pay Kevin Steele. He never coasted down here. He never did anything here besides try to get people from hitting the portal. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say he was just sitting up in his chair not doing anything, but he ain't coaching no damn football.
Yeah, it wasn't money well spent.
Yeah, like he didn't coach anything. So you think about over the years, we fired Butch Jones. We fired Derek Dooley. We paid Coach Former. We fired him. Paid him again when, he retired. We've paid so many coaches not to coach here.
Right.
And so I understand being a little bit tighter with the money and saying, all right, here's a 2-year deal. You do your thing. When it's time to pay you, we going to pay you. Josh Heupel was paid after the 2022 season. He got his bread, $9 million a year. So it's not a problem of wanting to pay our coaches that deserve it. I mean, we're paying Rick Barnes $5 million. People still bothered about that. Can't wait to bring it up when he loses the game. But, we pay our coaches, but I understand doing the 2-year deal. Now, there's other schools doing it too. Where it becomes a problem is if everyone is doing 3-year deals and you're the only one doing 2-year deals. Because then it makes it hard to compete against those other schools for really good coaches because they want that security.
Right.
They want that security for their family just in case the head coach has a stupid attack. Because the head coach gets fired, it impacts everybody. So that assistant coach wants that security. So I understand both sides of it. I really do. But again, if Tim Banks and Josh Heupel are able to go out and hire a really good backer coach, and the production doesn't drop off, we see guys being coached up, defense is really good, no one's gonna care.
Right. Yeah. If Tennessee sticks with the policy, which right now it appears they're doing, right?
Oh, they stuck with it.
Well, then it shouldn't keep Tennessee from succeeding, but it is an obstacle in some ways of having the coach they want because they wanted Brian Jean-Marie, right? Do they have him today? Or is he at Michigan?
He's at Michigan, yeah.
So it's unquestionably an obstacle. Let's just see if it's an obstacle that negatively affects them long term. You are correct. Tennessee has paid too much money to too many people to not work for the university. But when Kevin Steele was hired, he was hired at a time where they didn't know if Jeremy Pruitt was going to be the head coach.
Yeah, I understand that.
They know Josh Heupel is going to be the head coach, or at least they are very much planning on that for the next 3 seasons.
Well, I mean, think about what happened at LSU. I mean, just past year. Brian Kelly brings in Matt House, paid him the house to come. It didn't work out. They fired his butt.
Yeah.
That buyout, I'm sure, is enormous. Well, LSU's in a different place in Tennessee. LSU can do that. They did have to pay Ed Orgeron, probably still paying him, but they got some money down there. They haven't had to pay fired coaches as much as we have. So I look at Jancic. I don't know how much he's making, but I'm pretty sure John Jancic would sign up for a 2-year deal. He wouldn't balk at that. He wouldn't turn up his nose at that at all.
Yeah.
I guess it just goes back to, you lost a coach. Who's the next coach? It goes back to the debate of conversation. Should Tennessee fire Coach Fulmer? Well, looking back on it, no. But if you would have hired a great coach who was more successful than Coach Fulmer in the last couple of years, then the answer would have been yes. Like it was the right move.
If Tennessee had hired Brian
right?
Kelly instead of Lane Kiffin, then the next 10-plus years happens differently.
Yeah, people were like, oh, yeah, it was the best move.
Right.
So, like, if Tennessee hires the right linebacker coach, it's not going to matter. But if you take a step back, you're going to point to where you could have had Brian Jean-Marie if you would have paid him and given him a 3-year deal.
Yeah, you were right about that. So next move, got to hire the right guy.
Got to hire the right guy, man.
Tennessee, in fact, gets a little bit of money back. I say a little bit in terms of college athletics money. They'll get more than $100,000 back from, I believe, Brian Jean-Marie and Jerry Mack buying out of their contracts.
Yeah. So you can maybe apply that to the next coach or a left guard.
Maybe that can help upgrade one of the linebackers that the new linebackers coach will be coaching. We just answered the recruiting question that comes with the search. No. It's not a part of the recruiting conversation.
Oh man,
to be clear,
I'm just for real.
Stephen Maryville, don't you think, Coach? I imagine this is Coach Heupel already has a short list of every assistant coach in case somebody leaves. I'm sure in this case, Tim Banks has in mind coaches that he would be interested in at each position.
I don't think coaches are prepared like ADs are prepared when it comes to replacing coaches.
Okay.
I don't think the coaches think about it like, just in case I have my short list. I don't think coaches are prepared like ADs.
You have a co-host list?
Nah, man. It's you and you. That's it.
Okay.
So if you decide to leave, then I guess it'll be me and Joel holding down the fort.
Well, the J and S part still works.
Yeah, it does. Well, Joel and Swain, if you decide to, Big Thomas and go to bigger and better things.
Same goes for when Swain hops off to ESPN and the SEC Network.
I don't know about that.
Josh and Silverberg, J and S.
Yeah,
we're buttoned up here.
Yeah, you have a chance to upgrade and get better ratings.
What game is that right there? Do you know, Jay? What game is that?
I'm not falling for it. You're trying to get me to look over there so you can Do something slick.
What, sucker punch? What's
Yeah, I don't trust you, man. I don't trust you in here.
By the way, as we continue, we're at Knox Esports. Cameron, the latest test. Do they sell these chairs? We continue to get comments about these chairs. The chairs they have at Knox Esports are top of the line.
I need to find out where they got these from.
Yeah, they put together.
They got too many in here.
Yeah, top speed.
They got way too many in here. They can afford to lose one.
Swain just. Hey guys, look what game's that over there? As he's wheeling the chair out.
I don't think I'm fast enough. I wouldn't even make it out the door before they look around. Wait a minute, what are you doing with our chair? I'm borrowing it.
Where's that loser mentality coming from? Listening to me early in the show?
Josh,
bring out your inner combine, Swain.
It's why I'm not a criminal.
Well,
it's why I don't have a record.
Yeah, what you're discussing, Josh, is theft.
Yeah.
Don't do that. We're at Knox Esports. 865-656-9900 is how you can join us. You can stop by and check out what they have here at North Peters Road at the corner of Kingston Pike, or go online, knoxesports.gg. We get you ready for the weekend as well. 90 minutes to go on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. You get all your Ball Network programming on 99.1 The Sports Animal. 13 hours of live and local Tennessee coverage every weekday. When it comes to game day, the Animal is championship level in breaking down the action. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the Balls like 99.1 The Sports Animal.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The Lady Vols fell to number 1 South Carolina 66-55 last night. Tennessee led at the end of the first half, and the score was tied going into the fourth quarter before the Gamecocks pulled away. Rakia Jackson led the way for Tennessee with 19 points. The Lady Vols are now 15-9 on the season and will take on Vanderbilt on Sunday. It's opening day for 5th-ranked Tennessee baseball as the Volunteers are in Texas to take on the 18th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. First pitch tonight is at 8 o'clock. You can hear the game on utsports.com or the UT Athletics app. Tomorrow, 8th-ranked Tennessee takes on Vanderbilt at the Food City Center at Thompson Bowling Arena at 6 o'clock. Vanderbilt is 7-17 on the year. The Vols are coming off a win over Arkansas earlier in the week. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock. Coverage begins at 5:30 right here on The Sports Animal. And the Knoxville Ice Bears are back at home at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum against the Macon Mayhem tonight. Puck drop is at 7:30. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Fellas, if you're feeling tired, grumpy, you've noticed a lack of motivation and drive, have some weight gain, maybe loss of muscle mass. These could be signs of low testosterone levels. And it's time to stop ignoring how you feel. It's time to do something about it. The first thing to do is to get your levels checked. It's a simple blood test. And because of their on-site lab, you'll get your results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. It is concierge medicine for men. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone and have been exclusively treating men for years, with most health insurance being accepted. They have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored self-inject treatments that ship directly to your home each month. That's my favorite. I talked to my physician today about my regimen. There's no reason to drive to the center for those weekly visits when you are set up on those self-inject treatments. Right now at Low T Center, it's just $25 to get your T level tested. Make your health and quality of life a priority. Make it a great rest of the month. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Be the Life of the Party.
Okay, first turn the music off. Then ask for everyone's attention. Now, tell them that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Boom! Now everyone knows you're not just a pretty face. You have some brains inside that face that know how to save hundreds on home insurance. Woo!
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
This is John Wilkerson, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted one of Knoxville's best heating and cooling companies 7 years in a row. What's new with Pipe Wrench, Whitney?
Well, John, Pipe Wrench proudly installs and services York-branded heating and cooling systems, along with other major HVAC brands you know and trust.
In addition to installing and servicing York heating and cooling units, Whitney, how else can Pipe Wrench help folks stay warm?
Great question, John. Pipe Wrench offers maintenance and repairs on all major brands, free second opinions on repairs and replacements, and we offer free on-site estimates for replacements. We offer 0% financing on new units with approved credit and with our 10-year warranty on parts and labor. Homeowners won't have to worry about spending a cent on unexpected repairs for years to come.
Call Pipe Wrench today, 865-264-8090, or book online at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free.
Every day is a good day to focus on your health. If you suffer from conditions like migraines, intestinal issues, body pain, or are always tired, call doctors Jason and Alicia Bloom at Marble City Chiropractic. From newborns to 100 years, they give individualized chiropractic care based on your needs. They teach the 5 essentials of health and healing, creating a new mindset that focuses on nutrition, exercise, and spinal correction. For your consultation, please call Marble City Chiropractic at 865-766-2081 or go to marblecitychiropractic.com.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life. Offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
This report is sponsored by rockthecountry.com.
Kid Rock and Jason Aldean, May 10th and 11th in Rome, Georgia. Ticket prices increase February 20th. Get yours today at rockthecountry.com. A festival for the people.
We're in the upper 50s this afternoon, so still mild out there. More cloud cover with that cold front moving in. A few spotty showers possible this afternoon to evening, mainly plateau to southeastern Kentucky. More widespread rain moves in overnight with that cold front. Temperatures drop as we head into the weekend. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The Sports Animal Stream now has streaming-only giveaways. Listen daily to The Sports Animal Stream for keywords to text in for a chance to win. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. We're on social media at Josh and Swain. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follows make us feel good.
They're real good sitting in the chair, man.
Yeah, these chairs are nice. They put everything into putting this place together at Knox Esports. We've noticed the internet. It's humming. It's got to. They have the gaming set up for you. What do we have here? 54 gaming PCs. So you got the Xbox, PS5, and Switch at each station at Knox Esports, corner of Kingston Pike and North Peters Road.
Just walking around here, man, my jaw dropped looking at all the gaming options and how fun and cool it would be for gamers. I mean, like, this is paradise for you.
Yeah, it's the real deal. Jay, did you say those headphones for the headsets, they're noise canceling? Should I be offended that Swain said, can I borrow those for the rest of the show? That was a little hurtful, or maybe I shouldn't read anything into it.
Just jokes, man. Just joke.
Rick said, did I hear Josh correctly? He said Willie Martinez is coming back. I'm hoping so, but that's the first I've heard of it. They haven't announced anything, but he's continuing on. So, yeah, he'll be back coaching the corners for Tennessee this upcoming fall.
Yeah, we don't really, make announcements and statements as quick as we probably could when it comes to coaches being re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know the reason why, but yeah, like Willie's coming back. The latest addition to the recruiting staff, like my man has been working for weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and like we just put it out this week.
Yep.
I don't know the reason.
Yeah. Well, like players coming back for their extra year, like Javonte Spraggins, I don't think announced until January.
I didn't
that he
pay
was coming
attention.
back. Yeah.
I didn't even pay attention when he put his announcement out because
Yeah.
I already knew for a month or two he was coming back.
Right.
So I was like, okay, all right, we knew that already. So, but hey, that's the house done.
Yeah.
Just give me the results. I don't really care.
Yeah, but Willie Martinez is coming back.
He's coming back.
He will be a part of Tennessee staff for 2024. Devin asked in the text box, you can message us 865-656-9900. Swain, if you were offered a job coaching on the staff, is that something you'd consider?
No.
Pretty quick answer.
Yep. That means I mean it. Well, no. I ain't got patience.
And you had an opportunity younger in your life,
2000,
shortly after your playing career.
Yeah, 2007, 2008, 2007, I think. Yeah, I could have been a GA, working with receivers or on offense, analysts or whatever. But I wasn't ready. I was still mad at football. I wasn't ready. So when I became ready, it wasn't the right time. Like I became ready a couple of years after that, around 08, 09. My daughter, who's 15 now, like she was like 1 or 2, and like I almost went to Texas to coach high school football. I was looking at opportunities here and there. I had a whole conversation with T. Martin, who at the time was at Kentucky. So that had to be like 2011, 2012. So I had a whole conversation with him about how he got in, because he wasn't coaching as a GA when he first got in. He was training quarterbacks and having like quarterback events in Atlanta, and then got on at like New Mexico or something like that, New Mexico State, something like that. And then that's how his career started. So yeah, like I looked at it then, but I didn't want to spend that much time away from my family, and I wanted to be there as much as I could for my young kid. So I elected not to do it. But now, absolutely not. Sure.
I don't know the whole story, obviously, but Sean Elliott, did you see what he said about stepping down at Georgia State? By the way, they're halting spring practice. Spring practice had begun. Their head coach, Sean Elliott, left.
Dang, Sean.
His family has remained in Columbia, South Carolina, where he had coached previously, and that's not uncommon.
No, that's not. That happens a lot.
Yeah. But
like Jancic's family was still in Knoxville for a long time.
Right.
Still here, probably.
His family, Sean Elliott's, I think, has remained in Columbia, and his daughter is a rising senior. And he said that he had considered even just stepping down and not coaching this year, but then an opportunity to join South Carolina staff opened. And is that the whole story? I don't know. But he said that he considered just stepping down and not coaching this year to go back home to be with his family. He's been at Georgia State for
too long.
I know he was there in 19, but
I hate you. You're the worst.
Excuse my knowledge.
You are the worst, officially.
You need another head coach to step down and go somewhere else so that I stop referencing Sean Elliott and his tenure at Georgia State on the show.
Oh, man. God, you're terrible.
By the way, speaking of coaches, we've had multiple texts coming in today because there's a running backs coach opening. I'm sure that's why his name is being brought up. Trooper Taylor. One asking, where is he? Another one asking, what about him? He's at Texas A&M now.
Associate head coach.
Yeah.
I think he's coaching running backs last time I checked, but yeah, that ain't.
He went from Duke to Texas A&M with Mike Elko. He served as the interim coach at Duke for the bowl game and then went to A&M.
Yeah, Troop is from Texas, and he gets to coach at Texas A&M with unlimited resources. Oh no, and he's an associate head coach.
He's good over there.
And NIL is legal now? Oh, Troop good. But this is always home for Troop, man. I think Troop was always open to being in Knoxville. He loved it here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably overplayed his hand a little bit with trying to be an offensive coordinator, and was forced to kind of leave to go to Oklahoma State, where I think he was under the impression he was going to be calling plays, and didn't work out that way. He had a really good thing here. I haven't talked to him about it, just my opinion of the situation, but I know he loved it here. And but Texas is home,
Mm-hmm.
so he's not an option. Yeah, he's not an option. I know what kind of coach he is. I know he will be awesome anywhere, and I would love to have him here, but I don't think that's an option.
So the search continues.
Search continues, man. Look, man, it looks like it's going to be gentlemen from either Oregon or TCU, or there may be some new names dropping in there. I think running backs coach was at Arkansas. I think he may be entering the mix. So I think that's kind of where we're going to go. I know it ain't going to be Troop Taylor. As much as I love me some Troop, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
We're with you until 3 o'clock. Will a ruling from Judge Corker come between now and the end of the show?
I hope it comes, but I don't want it to come at like 5 p.m. today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want that thing to come Monday, 8 a.m. I want it to be front page news. Don't do a Friday news dump.
Could be any moment. It's coming in short order.
Short order.
As we continue on Josh and Swain and invite you to join us, you can call or text in at 865-656-9900. Tennessee baseball gets ready to start the season. Softball continues. Basketball continues this weekend. And we continue at Knox Esports today. North Peters Road, corner of Kingston Pike, right here on Josh and Swain.
Warmer weather is right around the corner, and Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is your go-to for great lawns this year. They have the best fertilizers available and carry top equipment brands like Toro, Ferris, Wright, and Hustler mowers, as well as Echo and Red Max products. Dickens is running their winter service special through March, and that includes free pickup and delivery on zero-turn mowers. In the market for a new zero-turn this year, Dickens has the best selection in East Tennessee, with financing and free delivery when you buy a new mower. Come see Dickens in Knoxville or Maryville, or online at dickenssupply.com.
You might not know this, but the Ingalls Bakery is actually a bakery. As in, we bake things, really delicious things. Things like crusty breads just waiting for that scrumptious strawberry jam. Apple fritters to pair perfectly with that morning cup of coffee. Cakes for any occasion, customized to your precise standards. And did we mention the cookies? It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Justin Timberlake. The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Knoxville. Justin Timberlake. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, November 19th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way.
Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan, and you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice, your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Why do you change your car's air filter? Because when it's clogged, it doesn't work. The same is true of your nose, the body's air filter. It's great at trapping allergens, dust, and viruses, but unless you clean it regularly, they can stay trapped, making you miserable. I'm Martin Hogue, inventor of Navage, the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs. Here's a testimonial from a verified purchaser and a big Navage fan. Quote, I've been suffering for 30 years with chronic sinus infections and allergies. I stumbled across Navage. The suction is amazing. It cleared my sinus cavities better than anything I've tried before. Unquote. Navage has over 120,000 reviews with a 4.6-star average written by people who use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Wash your body's air filter with Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Experience the best attractions and restaurants East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices with our sweet deal of the week. Don't miss out. Check out 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and click on Sweet Deal.
The minute folks step into Dollywood in my Smoky Mountains, I want them to fill their hearts with all the beautiful things in this big old world. Dollywood, love every moment.
Plan your visit today at Dollywood.com.
Now you can text the Sports Animal. Try it out. 865-656-9900. Text us. 865-656-9900. That's 865-656-9900 to text the Sports Animal.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. Still to come, Greg McElroy with a statement on Tennessee's football team and the quarterback position. Centered on one player, Nico. You'll hear that coming up. We'll talk more football, baseball this weekend. Ben McKee joined us at 12:30. So if you want to go back anywhere you get your podcast, you can do that. Thanks to Beatty Chevrolet, and listen to Ben's preview of the upcoming season. What do you say, about 15 guys you have to figure out how to fit into 9 spots in the lineup?
Good problem to have.
When you bring in a Billy Amick who'll hit third, playing at third base, Cannon Peebles.
Cannon.
The only reason I brought his name up in the conversation, besides him being good, was for that opportunity for you. But he's going to hit a few over the fence this season.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And word is, Cannon Peebles, he has that Drew Gilbert type of personality.
Watch out.
You know what that means? Bat flipping time in Tennessee.
So John Wilkerson will have the call on the audio stream tonight. He's down there. He's already landed.
I might listen to John. Anybody paying $30 for them?
Yeah, you got to go through Flow Baseball. John paints the picture for free.
I'm going through John Baseball.
Do you think we can get him to drop the Cannon voice when he either hits one over the wall or throws a runner out at second?
He has to. Next time I talk to John, I'm gonna bring that up to him and see if he can, if he'll do it. And maybe if Cannon hits enough home runs, and John runs out of material, one day he'll do it. Cannon.
He'll either agree to do it or he'll talk to our bosses and say, I need to rework my contract so that neither Josh nor Swain can speak to me unless I approach one of them. One of the two, I think, will come out there.
Oh, man.
So I'm excited for it to be back. This is a team that doesn't have as much hype going in as last year.
That's a good thing.
And I say that about a top 10 team, by the way. There's excitement, but it doesn't have as much hype, and I think that's a good thing, too. So they have plenty of talent. They have all kinds of weapons to work with, and they will start out with a big game tonight. 8 o'clock, Tennessee against Texas Tech. So a lot of Tennessee sports in action right now.
There's a little bit of hype, Joshua.
Oh.
There's a little bit of hype.
Okay.
D1 did their D1 Baseball did their staff bowl predictions. And
do you have a favorite prediction on that list?
Mike Rooney, part of the staff there with D1 Baseball. Others have picked Arkansas, Wake Forest.
And I'm sorry, this is a prediction for what?
Florida.
To make the College World Series?
DBU.
Jonathan Wade make a prediction?
What is that? DBU. Wake Forest, Arkansas, Florida. Other people have made predictions for those squads. But Mike Rooney, my favorite D1 baseball staff member, picked Tennessee to be national champions. So there's a little bit of hype.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I was adding. I was grading on a curve of how the last couple of seasons have gone with the anticipation for Tennessee baseball. But you're right; they're a preseason top 10 team, as high as number 5 when you look at the different polls. And Mike Rooney is picking Tennessee not just to make the College World Series, but to win it, to win the national championship. That from D1 baseball.
Dallas Baptist.
Is Tennessee going to see Chase Burns in the College World Series?
I hope so. So you can get a little taste of that cannon. We're going to rock Chase Burns.
Yeah, we were asked, okay, college football's coming back. Can we get NCAA or whatever they would call it, baseball back? We'll see if Knox Esports can make that happen as well.
Dude,
but
baseball
be some local interest.
Baseball is like the most fun sport ever.
Yeah.
Video games.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
MVP baseball when Man Ram was on the cover. Favorite edition.
Man. Love baseball. Soccer's fun, too.
Yep.
Heck,
FIFA. They've got you covered here at Knox Esports, where we will be for another hour. So we're getting ready for college football this summer, getting ready for the next Madden, and the games are already underway. Another hour to go. North Peters Road, Kingston Pike. That's where we are. You can go online, knoxesports.gg, as we continue on Josh and Swain.
There's a reason I use Stanley Fencing, and you should too. First of all, they're customer friendly. For example, Stanley Fence guarantees their gates for 2 years. And have you noticed all the new aluminum and chain link fencing at Knox County schools? Stanley Fence has worked with Knox County for over 10 years. Knowledge, experience, integrity, and appreciation is what you will get with Stanley Fence. Big enough for the large commercial jobs, but small enough to care about your backyard project. To schedule an appointment, call 865-254-3844 or go to stanleyfence.com.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Slam Dot. Slam Dot is a locally owned and operated company that can help your company grow. They can help your business reach more customers. If you've heard about Rank Online, with search engine optimization, the skills that Slam Dot has to help you with SEO, with targeted ads, with a social media plan, they can come up with a number of different ways to make sure that when someone is searching for your type of business, the product or service that you offer, that they are more likely to find you. SlamDot has a track record of generating millions of dollars of revenue and profit for their customers. There's nothing more important for a business than customers. They can help you reach more customers. They've been in business for 18 years at SlamDot. Get in touch. Schedule a free consultation up front so that they can learn about your business and determine the best way to help you. Call SlamDot. Mention that Josh sent you. You get 20% off a website package in your first 3 months of marketing. Call 865-238-5600. Again, 238-5600, or go online to slamdot.com/Josh.
This has been a paid announcement.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, you do your banking with Sharon.
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
And now the Marketing Minute. Advertising online is becoming more of a necessity. With cell phones now doing over 60% of online searches, it's obvious that today's mobile consumers are researching purchases right before they reach for their wallet. Businesses that rank higher in searches have a clear advantage. Top search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing have standard guidelines for business listings. Pay-per-click ads follow paid listings, today's equivalent of a yellow page ad, appear at the top. Scroll on down and you will see other businesses ranked and listed by complicated algorithms based on content and website performance. So where do businesses turn to try to untangle this mess? We can help. We're Cumulus Digital, and our team prides itself on helping your business build an online strategy that begins with getting a higher search rank. Want to find out more? Go online to cumulusdigital.com. Cumulus Media, delivering the best in radio and internet advertising.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales, Kitchen Sales. Cabinets and countertops, we are the place to shop. Come on down.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? Big shout out to my Wisco fam. How you living? Hopefully better than your basketball team, because your Bucks are a hot mess right now. Thankfully, we just hit the NBA All-Star Weekend. Those dudes in Milwaukee need that break, because those dudes in Milwaukee need to get their act together. I'm Jim Rome.
When a cold comes on strong, try DayQuil's Severe Honey Flavor. The daytime, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, so a cold won't slow you down. Get back to your day feeling relieved, enjoying the delicious flavor of DayQuil Severe Honey. DayQuil Severe Honey Flavor soothes your symptoms with a delicious taste. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I got to change the oil in my car.
Right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $36.99.
And what do I do with my old oil?
We can recycle your used oil for free.
And do you have oil for my old work truck?
You can find the right high mileage oil to help it go farther right here at AutoZone.
AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. 1 hour to go. Tyler and Will coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon on the Sports Animal. We also continue for another hour here on the show in the Tri-Cities area on AM 640, The Sports Monster. Tim in the YouTube chat, where you can also watch. Stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Says John Wilkerson paints a picture much like the late, great John Ward. John Wilkerson, as good as it gets, calling baseball around the country. Lucky to have him on the Vol Network.
Wow. Strong compliment right there.
Tennessee and Texas Tech starting out tonight. Tennessee at home against Vanderbilt in basketball tomorrow. Take care of business game, an Our State series that Tennessee has a chance to sweep if Tennessee wins tomorrow.
Why are you doing this? Why?
What did I say?
Why are you doing this, man? This is not a baseball contest. We're playing a team who is last place in the conference in basketball.
I think they're next to last. Missouri's at the bottom, and then Vandy.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, next to last. So, and coming off a win.
Coming off a win, next to last, terrible.
Mm-hmm. That part's true.
Been terrible.
Have been.
Not just in men's basketball, in football, in ladies basketball. I think they're good in bowling. We know they're good in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens to be in the same state as Tennessee. I'm not bragging. I'm not celebrating beating a team you're supposed to beat. Talking about some our state. You're trying to get under my skin, Josh Ward. And I don't appreciate it.
How am I doing if that were the goal? 2-9 is Vanderbilt's conference record, 7-17 on the season. Tennessee projected to win by more than 20 points from our friend Ken Pomeroy.
Goodness gracious, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. That's the projection heading into tomorrow's 6 o'clock tip-off. By the way,
Tennessee covered last night.
That's true.
Yeah, it was 20 points last night.
Yep.
And Tennessee covered.
Yep. Tennessee, it appears, holding on to the last 2 seed in Joe Lunardi's latest projection.
The last 2 seed? Are we on 3 seed?
Neck and neck with Kansas, which does have a head-to-head win against Tennessee. These next 2 games, these are just get through them because you can't help your resume beating Vanderbilt. In Missouri, you can hurt your resume by losing the game, which Tennessee should not do. And then there will be some resume builders to close out the season. Hosting Texas A&M will be fine, but then after that, it's Auburn, South Carolina, in order, Auburn, Alabama, South Carolina, and Kentucky, the final 4 games. 2 of those on the road, 2 at home.
Yeah, Alabama and Auburn right now is considered a 3 seed. So you get those wins against those 2 programs, you're probably talking about Tennessee maybe getting a 1 seed if you're able to especially go on the road and beat Alabama. That's a tough place to play and a team that's playing really well right now. So there's some opportunities ahead, but this is a lose-win moment for Tennessee tomorrow. Because, like, if you win, but it is ugly, it is sloppy, like it's not going to help you. And if you lose, it's going to be terrible. At least the loss to South Carolina, you can justify losing to a good team. Mississippi State, a tough team, a tournament team. Vanderbilt ain't going to any tournaments. The only tournament they're going to is the esports tournament here.
Yeah, they might they might already be scheduling and making plans if they're not checking out any opportunities in the portal.
Yeah, I ain't going to any tournaments.
So take care of business. Get Dalton Connect a bunch of points so he can win the scoring title in the SEC. Those are some of the priorities heading into tomorrow's game against Vanderbilt. You think Nico will be there?
Tomorrow's game?
Yeah. Or is he saving up for Auburn and Kentucky?
Yeah, Nico ain't got no time to be going to a Vanderbilt game. What time is the game?
6 o'clock.
Nah, Nico too big time for that.
He'll probably be at the football facility.
Kentucky? Yes.
Might be at that one.
Yeah, Kentucky. Big games like that. Auburn, but he might, though. Good chance to be on the front row.
Nico is on the minds of a lot of people. He's been linked in conversation to the NCAA case. Tom Fornelli wrote an article earlier this week saying, I don't care as much about this NCAA case, but you may have heard his name mentioned with NIL and how much money he might be making. So Tom wrote a story for CBS saying, is he worth this reported money? And his conclusion was, yes, he is worth the money, is Tom Fornelli's estimation based on what he saw in Nico's first start. Well, here in the last day or so, Greg McElroy, who's an analyst with ESPN, and he has the Always College Football podcast, he did a segment looking at SEC teams saying, I'm going to make one fair statement about each SEC team right now. And you might not be surprised to hear that Nico was the focus of his conversation about Tennessee. But what does he think about Tennessee's new starting quarterback? Here's Greg McElroy of ESPN on Tennessee.
Nico Iamaleava feels like he's the answer. All right? He feels like he's the answer. Now, Tennessee could have the breakout star in college football this upcoming year. But what we've learned with Tennessee is they're going to go as their quarterback goes. If their quarterback plays at a crazy high level, they're going to be really tough to beat. If their quarterback misses a lot of open targets, misses a lot of layups. Their ceiling drops down considerably. Now, when we take into account Nico's lone college start, they destroyed Iowa in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. But Iamaleava, I know I gotta get used to saying that better, right? Iamaleava. Iamaleava finished the game with only 151 passing, did throw a touchdown, ran for 3 more. But if you look at the numbers and when you dive into that performance, the numbers don't go out of control. They don't jump out. But a couple things that did was the athleticism. For a guy that's that long, he can move laterally. And for a guy that's that long, he's pretty decisive and has some good agility too. And while he didn't throw it a ton in that game, just 19 pass attempts, it looks like he's very comfortable throwing on the move. Now, there were a few times, too, when you dive in, probably left the pocket a little too early. Probably was a little anxious to get out of the pocket. It's a little bit cleaner when you escape the pocket, but it does shrink the read by half. When you exit in one direction, which he most notably did to his right, then you're only going to have 2, maybe 3 wide receivers to that side. So maybe hanging in the pocket a little bit more will be a heavy focus this spring, but you can tell the ceiling's there just in one game of legitimate work against what I think is a high-quality defense out there that he was facing in the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Nico could be a breakout star in college football. Also, I think McElroy in the middle broke out a better pronunciation. He even admitted, I got to do a better job with the name. Thought he did as the take went along. What did you think of his assessment, highlighting the athleticism, the agility, needing to hang in the pocket a little more at times, but also the ability to throw on the move and what he can do within the offense to raise the ceiling of Josh Heupel's offense?
Greg was spot on, as he is most of the time. When he said that he's going to give a fair assessment, I can already hear SEC fans of the teams that he's talking about. Because he played Alabama, people are not going to think he's being fair. But that was spot on. For me, he was fair. I thought he was accurate. The reason why he was exiting the pocket is because he didn't have much protection. And he was scared. Dudes are bigger than him, and they want to tackle him and hurt him. Of course, I will be running too in my first start. He'll learn how to manipulate the pocket and not exit but move to avoid the rush, but still have his eyes down the field and deliver the football. He would have had more completions if guys would have caught it. He would have had probably more completions if he would have stayed in the pocket at certain times. That is a natural progression that we're going to witness from him. But he has it. It's why Tennessee didn't look at any recruiting rankings. They didn't need any recruiting rankings to know he's our guy. We want him. We are going to get him. Like, we're going to get him. And Tennessee did. And didn't need him to go in with the third-string players against Austin Peay to give him valuable reps. He's good. He's going to be all right. And we saw that in the bowl game.
Would your prediction for the upcoming season change if Nico had played one more series against UTEP?
No, not at all. Because he probably wouldn't have been healthy in a bowl game if he would have played any longer versus UTEP.
Yeah, one more series, they might have actually snapped his neck as they tried in the previous series.
My man got hurt in the first game against Virginia because the protection was so bad. So, seeing that, witnessing that, nah, man, we're going to put you in a glass case. Don't touch Nico. Don't come close to Nico. We ain't putting Nico out there. We don't care how many points we're up by. We're saving Nico until we know we got protection. Whenever Cooper is back, whenever the first string offensive line is ready to play together, then we'll put him out there. We're not putting them out there versus second-team guys. Or with second-team guys. Not doing it.
So earlier this week, Tom Fornelli, he was a buyer. Later this week, Greg McElroy of ESPN, add him to the list, his one fair statement about Tennessee.
Wait.
Nico looks like the answer.
Okay.
He looks like the answer for Tennessee.
I didn't hear that Greg was a buyer.
Yeah, his opening, so I think he made the statement and then added the analysis to it. His statement was, Nico looks like the answer for Tennessee.
Well, I'll say this one thing, too. Like, I'm on Greg's side here. I agree with Greg. But Greg's saying that you got to have good quarterback play here at Tennessee, essentially, in Heupel's offense. Greg, duh. In every offense, you got to have good quarterback
applies
play.
To most offenses,
like,
yeah.
The days of you winning big with the quarterback playing terrible, those days are over. Like, I can't remember a team recently that was still good despite their quarterback being bad. It ain't happening.
I guess it depends on your description of good, because Iowa won 10 games.
Josh.
And the division.
They were not good.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
You know why
they won 10 games and won the division,
they're good?
But you might not put them in the good category.
No, you know why you think they're good just because their record was good? It's because their competition was worse.
It was.
If they played halfway decent competition, they would have been playing in the Birmingham Bowl.
What was the line? And it was really just to take the average and multiply. The Iowa football team would need to play like 290-something games to match Caitlin Clark's scoring total. And, of course, she's played basketball for a number of years here, but 299 games is a lot.
I mean, I loved our defense dominating, but watching Iowa's offense was disgusting. It made me want to throw up. The quarterback, there's a person right in front of you.
Yeah, I want to see
just throw him the ball. He's wide open. What are you doing, son?
Yeah, I want to see
I just want to take the sack.
A 30 for 30 short on send Marty and McGee up there. Send them out of the SEC network to go do a Big Ten profile to figure out what happened on the rollout sack with two options right in front of him, where he didn't take either one. The option he took was to go down.
Like, that quarterback needs an intervention where, like, he comes in one day, his family's sitting on the couch, and Peyton walks in. It's like, son, let's talk about that play. Let's work on throwing to open receivers. I'm going to stand 5 yards away from you. And I want you to hold the football with your hands. And I want you to toss me the football. I'm wide open. I'm 5 yards away. And the quarterback is like, I don't know if I can do it. I'm nervous. I don't know if I have the confidence. I don't know. And then he finally does it. And Peyton's like, there you go. That's a good start. There you go. Good job. We can work with that. And then Peyton backs up another 5 yards. And then before you know it, he feels good about throwing the ball to open receivers 15 and 20 yards away.
Yeah, don't go too far now.
It's Peyton talking about. He's a good teacher.
I've told you one of my favorite aspects of watching the Manning cast is watching Peyton's facial reactions to bad quarterback decisions and mistakes.
That was me on the sideline watching Iowa's offense. And I'm actually rooting for my team to dominate.
Right.
But it was just too much domination. It was too much. Too much domination from Tennessee's defense.
Yeah.
It was as an offensive player, it was disgusting watching Iowa's offense.
At some point, you don't want to see the game of football disrespected in the way that it was.
The offensive game of football was severely disrespected.
We'll continue on Josh and Swain, all different types of games where we are at Knox Esports. Brand new location, North Peters Road near Kingston Pike. KnoxEsports.gg to go online, learn about parties, fundraising opportunities, how they can help you with that at Knox Esports, where we continue on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Coors Light are going to help you chill out and get fired up. Listen weekdays for the cue to call to become a finalist in the Coors Light Chill It and Grill It contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, Coors Light swag, and a $100 gift card. He'll draw one finalist from the Jungle Email Club, too. Listen for your chance to chill it and grill it from Coors Light and the station for hot prizes and cool contests. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit ImageMattersInc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
QC Kinetics patient Robert Patterson, a veteran and business owner, struggled at work and in the gym with chronic agonizing shoulder pain.
Those injuries just continue to nag, and if you don't treat them, they just get worse. And I just kind of abused my body for a long time, and it finally had said enough is enough.
That's okay, because QC Kinetics tells your pain, hey, enough is enough. Their regenerative treatments bring you relief by helping restore and repair damaged tissue with no drugs, no downtime, and best of all, no surgery.
I was able to exceed the goals that I had previously attained in the gym. It was absolutely worth its weight in gold, so I could continue to live life without limitation.
Ready to get lasting relief from your joint pain? Call QC Kinetics to learn more about how natural biologic treatments can get you lasting results. Call now. It's a free consultation.
865-238-4799. QC Kinetics. 865-238-4799.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free.
No way.
I ain't lying. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. Any Nissan, any model, any size. And that's for the entire month of February.
Ted Russell Nissan. We got it going on.
And it's going on Kingston Pike.
Can I get a weight reading on the cat in exam 3?
Zuri needs a new vet tech after their current one literally moved to a farm. But finding an ideal replacement takes some training.
This is like herding cats.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Knoxville. Justin Timberlake. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, November 19th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance, whether you're training for a world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of Westtown Mall.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com.
Is there anything more fun than streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal?
Better answer that very carefully.
I'll take that as an answer of at least one thing. The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us as we continue on Josh and Swain, at Josh and Swain on social media, at Knox Esports today. North Peters Road, near Kingston Pike, tournaments, fundraisers. So if you're an organization, you have a team, organization at a church, trying to raise money, you can put together a fundraising event. They'll give you all the information you need, but they can help you with the event itself and what you're doing here at Knox Esports, as well as the raising money part. So add that to your to-do list. If you're looking to raise some money, have fun. People will be into it.
Yo, this is cool.
And you can raise some money at the same time, thanks to Knox Esports.
Yeah, this is cool right here. I'm so happy for these guys, man. This is such a cool concept. This is so cool.
Yeah,
man.
they put it together the right way.
They sure did. Knoxville will love this.
Yeah, the racing simulators, by the way, at the front. We've talked mostly about the gaming PCs, so they have you covered on the Switch, PS5, Xbox. The racing simulators as well, you have to check them out when you come into the front of Knox Esports where we are.
Yeah, man. I could just think about all the cool fundraisers you could do and organizations you can help and team building that you can have at a place like this. Knoxville needed something like this, man. This is awesome.
Yep, you can do a 10-person, 20-person party, 2, 3, 4 hours. You can find yourself coming down here and being here longer than that. NoxEsports.gg is the website. NoxEsports.gg, North Peters Road, Kingston Pike.
Yeah, I'm cool with just doing the one-person party. I'm cool with that.
Let Mrs. Swain know you're going to go out pick up some groceries real quick, and
I'll be right back.
You'll be back when you're back?
I'll be right back. May or may not have groceries. But I have a couple wins in Fortnite.
You'll be gone for a while then, if that's the case. Knox Esports, where we are and will be until 3 o'clock, and getting ready for a big sports weekend. It was a big night last night. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape. NativeTN.com is the website. They have the new Native Nursery, and it was appropriate, the kind of game that Caitlin Clark had. She needed, 7 points going in?
8.
So she needed 8, so
8.
she goes out and just drops them all to start the game.
Yep, hit the first 8.
Scores 49, and she fired away from well behind the three-point line on the shot that put her on top of the NCAA women's scoring list.
In transition from logo, rolling to her left, like handling with her left hand, fading to the left, with all the seconds on the shot clock at the beginning of the game. It was great. It was fantastic.
Yep. Clark said after the game, "You all knew I was going to shoot a logo 3 for the record." And she did with no problem.
She is unreal, man. She's been so awesome for women's basketball and just raising the profile. It was really cool to see Angel Reese give her flowers via Twitter. And there was so much controversy between LSU and Iowa when Angel Reese was in her face. Kind of, I guess, bragging about winning a ring. And those two have done a great job bringing so much attention to women's basketball. But Caitlin Clark, oh, my God. She is so fun to watch. She is the Steph Curry of the women's game, just being able to watch her shoot it and display her skills, man. She can handle it. She can shoot it. You don't have to be 6'7". You don't have to be a freak of nature with your athleticism, but if you just get in that gym and you just work, get a basketball, and just work, handle that ball, shoot it, you can be as good as Caitlin Clark. Like, you can, if you put that work in. And so Clark and Sabrina Ionescu and the Steph Currys of the world. I mean,
Sabrina and Steph have the shooting contest going on this weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend.
Like, I love it when players like this are able to achieve milestones because they don't have to be, like, physically – don't get me wrong, like, she's gifted, but we're not talking about, like, Brittany Griner type who's 6'8", and it's like, well, you don't have a chance unless you're 6'8". Well, most girls are not 6'8", but if you just work hard and you have a desire, a burning desire to be the best that you could possibly be, you can be Caitlin Clark. Like, that's why I think this story is amazing.
Her 4th career game, scoring 45 points or more, and she had 13 assists. She scored or assisted on 79 of Iowa's 106 points, almost 75% of the points for Iowa last night. So she is the all-time scoring leader now in NCAA women's basketball history.
I think she might be able to come for the record overall, men's or women's. She keep dropping those 40-point games like that.
Man, what a performance. So an attagirl to Caitlin Clark on a job well done in Caitlin Clark fashion to break the scoring record last night. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design, which is now open. The Native Nursery for contractors and landscapers. Go check out the website, NativeTN.com. The Native Nursery is your one-stop shop for plants, trees, and landscaping materials, including boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. Located at 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. Native Design and Hardscape, 865-310-3256. And again, the website, nativetn.com. More conversation to get ready for the weekend. Big Tennessee weekend coming up. 30 minutes to go today at Knox Esports. KnoxEsports.gg, located on North Peters Road near Kingston Pike, as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the Sports Animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
The Lady Vols fell to number 1 South Carolina 66-55 last night. Tennessee led at the end of the first half, and the score was tied going into the fourth quarter before the Gamecocks pulled away. Rakia Jackson led the way for Tennessee with 19 points. The Lady Vols are now 15-9 on the season and will take on Vanderbilt on Sunday. It's opening day for 5th-ranked Tennessee baseball as the Volunteers are in Texas to take on the 18th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. First pitch tonight is at 8 o'clock. You can hear the game on utsports.com or the UT Athletics app. Tomorrow, 8th-ranked Tennessee takes on Vanderbilt at the Food City Center at Thompson Bowling Arena at 6 o'clock. Vanderbilt is 7-17 on the year. The Vols are coming off a win over Arkansas earlier in the week. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock. Coverage begins at 5:30 right here on the Sports Animal. And the Knoxville Ice Bears are back at home at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum against the Macon Mayhem tonight. Puck drop is at 7:30. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JVC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Sick and tired of achy joints? Do you dread the idea of surgery? You need to call QC Kinetics today. This is Eric Ainge. And listen, the state of healthcare is always changing. The old ideas like steroids and surgery are no longer your only options. The regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Don't let it keep you from living your best life. QC Kinetics, their advanced, state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. This is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, independence, walk, run, play without the danger and trauma of surgery or harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799.
Been a paid advertisement.
And Doug. With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey,
Vol Nation. Get a clean start to the new year with a free car wash at Zips Car Wash. Just download the new Zips Car Wash app and unlock a world of sparkling convenience. Earn rewards, score exclusive savings, and manage your memberships all in the palm of your hand. Plus, get your first car wash free after you create an app account. Visit the App Store or Google Play from your mobile device and search Zips Car Wash and start earning wash rewards and app-only deals today. Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers.
I'm David Brewster, owner of Aqua Clear Water Systems. The next time you're hauling heavy bottles of water, think, why am I doing this? With an award-winning Connecticut water system from Aqua Clear, I could make my own clean, fresh water. Better than bottled. Give us a call at 865-694-1725 or find us on the web at aquaclearws.com.
Aqua Clear, we'll change your water. It'll change your life.
This report is sponsored by Russell's Pest Control. Don't let rodents invade your home this season. Russell's Pest Control, Knoxville's rodent control experts, can help. If you have a rodent problem or want to take preventive action, schedule your free inspection by giving them a call or visiting russellspest.com today.
We'll see clouds throughout the day, highs getting into the upper 50s. A cold front moves in a little bit later this evening, bringing some spotty to scattered, even widespread rain overnight to some mountain snow. By early Saturday, expect a pretty big cool down as we head into the weekend. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Hail to the sale! This President's Day, come to Conn's and get up to 40% off Hot Buy appliances. And cast your vote for saving big. Shop appliances, furniture, electronics, and pay over time at Conn's Home Plus, where finance is not a bad word.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Rebuild your family, regain your freedom, renew your life. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008. And attorney-knoxville.com.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us, getting ready for the weekend. Hope you're having a great Friday. Big weekend coming up. Tennessee baseball, basketball, softball, football, everything going on. What a run Tennessee's on right now. So more coming with the start of baseball season. Softball started up last week.
I ain't going to lie, man. I do want a championship. That's the next step.
That's understandable.
It's hard to do. There's only one team that can say that they won a championship. Only the best of the best can say College World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Softball team has done that. Baseball team has done that. Only 4 teams can go to the Final Four. Only 12 teams can go to the college football playoff. But one team wins a championship, and that is extremely hard. And 99% of everybody else will go home as losers. So I understand how hard it is, but I just want a championship so much for our program, because I know there's a lot of people working hard and put their life and livelihood into trying to be the best athletic program possible. And sometimes you're really only validated by hoisting that championship trophy. They either recognize you as a champion or you're not good enough. So there's been a lot of talk about Tennessee's athletic program and, everything in school. But then when you see LSU drop everything in school and say top this, I'm like, you know what? I'll get back to you. I get back to you. Give me a couple seasons. I'll get back to you.
In the last 5 years, LSU has won a national championship in football, baseball, and women's basketball.
Yeah. So that's the next step for us, man, is doing what LSU is doing. That's the next step.
But Tennessee is positioned, and
yes,
that's a big step. Tennessee is positioned. A lot of that is the coaches in place, of course, the resources that the university has. When we talk about the leadership structure of the university to go with the athletic department, that's in place. And then you take your shot. If you're getting to Omaha on a regular basis, you have a better chance to win it. Obviously, Tennessee's basketball team will be seeded highly, maybe a 1 seed, at worst a 3. 2 is maybe most likely right now. They'll be in a good position going in. And then football is next coming up in the fall. They went to a New Year's Six Bowl. They'll have a chance to get into the playoff. Now, getting in at number 11 and 12 I don't think creates the same opportunity as being 1 through 4 probably, where you're getting a bye in the first round. But you have to be there first, and Tennessee's going to have a shot to be there. So they're positioned. It's a lot better than the conversation we had this time 10 years ago.
Yeah, probably a lot harder as a lower seeded team to be in the Final Four or Final Two in football than it would be in basketball.
Yeah,
or baseball.
In football, you have to win more games than one of the top 4 seeds, and you have to go on the road to start out just to advance to the top 8.
And probably your team is not as talented, like, period. Not as talented as the teams who are seeded 1 through 4. Like in basketball, especially as of late, and thanks to Kentucky basketball for proving this point, with all the talent that they have brought in every single year, they're still young. And so they don't win. They don't go far. It is the San Diego State Aztecs that was one of the most experienced teams in the country play for a national championship last year. So we are seeing in basketball, not necessarily about McDonald's All-Americans and NBA prospects, although that certainly helps. It's about the teams that have the most experience. And we've seen those teams have more success in the NCAA tournament than the younger, talented teams.
We're at Knox Esports. If they put together a basketball tournament here, would you play as Kentucky to try to get them the success that they're longing for?
No,
you seem to feel bad for them.
I don't feel bad for them. I'm playing for Tennessee. Playing for Tennessee, and I'm just passing the ball to Dalton Connect and telling everybody get out of the way.
If the SEC tournament started this week, which obviously it doesn't, Kentucky would be the 6th seed.
They still get like a little first-round bye, right? They don't have to play
the Wednesday bye? Yeah. Pretty much everybody gets that.
Not Vanderbilt.
Not Vanderbilt. No, not Vanderbilt.
Not Vanderbilt. They're going to be playing every day if they want to win in advance. Every day.
The bottom of the league is Missouri, Vandy, Arkansas, LSU. LSU and Georgia are 4 and 7. They're better than those teams below them. But the league's deep. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, those are quality teams, but flawed teams. There's the top 3, I believe. Tennessee, Auburn, Alabama, and then there's the next tier.
Yeah, I mean,
South Carolina has a better conference record, and the head-to-head win against Tennessee I recognize. So they have a chance to prove me wrong here when Tennessee goes to Columbia. If they sweep the season series, they deserve whatever credit they'll get. I still think Tennessee's better than South Carolina.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're a better team. But I see eight teams easy. Just looking at the list of teams that should go to the NCAA tournament. We'll see if Tennessee's able to get SEC is able to get a 19 in the tournament. But I see 8 teams with ease. I think just the eye test of being a tournament team.
Hey, what happens first? An assistant coach hire for Tennessee or a judge's ruling from the hearing this past Tuesday? You got 2 positions, so you got a 2-for opportunity in football. Just give me 1 out of 2. Which one happens first? Word of
just one.
I'm talking about a reported hire, not Tennessee announcing a hire, because those can be 2 different timelines.
Don't need.
Still don't know the answer, by the way.
Those would be 2 different things, for sure.
Right.
You know what?
Could a coach's hire be coming in short order, Swain? Any idea?
Yes. I mean, both coaching hires will be in short order.
Yeah.
But which one will come first? I'm going to go with the court ruling.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the court ruling. I mean, there's still a couple guys as candidates at running back. Coach, I haven't heard about us narrowing it down to 2 or anything like that. The judge already said, basically, Tennessee is in the right here. When Tennessee tried to get the temporary restraining order a couple weeks ago, I'm gonna go with the judge. I think the judge's gonna come through.
Okay.
Come on, come through, Judge. Let's get it done.
Fans are probably eager for both, but probably more the judge's ruling.
I don't
and
really
coaching
need
hires, just trusting the head coach, I think, in that one.
I don't need a head coach, a running backs coach hire February the 16th. Like, it will be great because it's another person that can recruit.
Yep.
And you probably need to
it's a big recruiting time.
Get him up to speed on the offense.
Mm-hmm.
But football season is during the fall. Spring practice is a couple weeks away. Like, we got time. We good.
Okay.
We got time. No rush. No rush at all. So I'm going to go with the court ruling. Judge Corker. I think he's going to get it done before Heupel hires a running back coach.
If he rules in favor of Tennessee, does he become VFL emeritus? How does that work?
Whether he likes it or not.
We'll come back. Final segment at Knox Esports. That's where we are today. KnoxEsports.gg. You can go online, learn more about what they have here on North Peters Road next to Kingston Pike. Fundraisers, parties, corporate events right here at Knox Esports. It is well put together. They have put everything in place for what you need for your gaming at Knox Esports. With one segment to go, the power poll to get you ready for the weekend on Josh and Swain.
Warmer weather is right around the corner, and Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is your go-to for great lawns this year. They have the best fertilizers available and carry top equipment brands like Toro, Ferris, Wright, and Hustler mowers, as well as Echo and Red Max products. Dickens is running their winter service special through March, and that includes free pickup and delivery on zero-turn mowers. In the market for a new zero-turn this year, Dickens has the best selection in East Tennessee, with financing and free delivery when you buy a new mower. Come see Dickens in Knoxville or Maryville, or online at dickenssupply.com.
Hey, I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. They have locations for you on Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike. There's the brand new Ted Russell Lincoln, the Lincoln Vitrine that opened several weeks ago on Kingston Pike, right next door to Ted Russell Ford. They are the Ford Model E elite dealer. If you are looking for an electric vehicle, Ted Russell Ford is where you can go because they have people with the experience and knowledge in what you need for those different type vehicles, and they can help you get exactly what you're looking for, like the F-150 Lightning or the Mach-E. If you're looking for work trucks, Ted Russell Ford can help you get exactly what you need. From the F-Series, which has low interest rates available right now, you can take advantage of savings on the price and help with the interest rates that they have. From the Ford lineup to the Lincoln lineup and their pre-owned selection, Ted Russell Ford can help you find what you need, what fits your lifestyle, and what fits your budget. Shop on Parkside Drive on Kingston Pike, and you can always go online to tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
And Doug.
With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add any base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Swipe left, swipe right. Dating has become very impersonal. But if one of those swipe rights has led you to the right person, I would like to invite you to stop by TK Wheeler Jewelers for a very personal visit. You'll find a gorgeous selection of engagement rings and bridal sets that you can actually try on before you decide. Bring the person you swiped right to TK Wheeler Jewelers today. One woman, one diamond, one place to go. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge next to Outback.
After years of discomfort, it's like I'm alive again.
Sonia Hackett talks about how QC Kinetics changed her life.
QC Kinetics has given me my quality of life back.
Before QC Kinetics, Sonia suffered from horrible knee and back pain stemming from a car accident.
I was wearing knee braces just to try to maneuver around.
Sonia hated the idea of pain meds, and surgery seemed too risky, so she turned to the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics, the leaders in advanced regenerative medicine.
That consultation just changed my life. I can do the treadmill, everything. I don't have anything holding me back. The quality of life is pain-free. QC Kinetics has made us very happy.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
I'm going to get emotional again. They are like family members to me. They care.
Call QC Kinetics now.
Call QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799.
Yesterday's transistor radio is today's cell phone, but the signal is now worldwide. Stream us everywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We have the power poll before the show closes out. We will be back Monday at 12 o'clock. We've had a time here today. Jason Swain at Knox Esports, North Peters Road near Kingston Pike. It's a beautiful setup. Planning birthday parties, corporate events, leagues, tournaments. The action is right here at Knox Esports.
When do we come back?
Well, I wasn't really planning to leave, so.
Cool. That works for me.
Makes it easier, I think, that way.
I probably should have known that before I left the house. I would have brought extra pair of underwear. Could have clean underwear, Josh. So if we're gonna just stay here, it's probably good. We get some extra draws.
You don't have to get fresh if you stay fresh.
Oh well, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, let's just stay here, man. I'm cool with that. Let's just stay here, man.
Yep.
I can sit in this chair all day, so good idea.
Chris is looking at his watch like, you guys have 10 minutes, and then I will be ushering you out the door.
I'm a big old boy, so Chris going to need some help.
Yep, that's probably true. We've had a great time. Seriously, check out the website, knoxesports.gg. You can go online, learn more about it, and you can stop right by here. You'll be impressed. Some of the stories he told about people asking, we need this in terms of speed, all that, covered. And then some, I think, here at Knox Esports.
I'm not leaving, Chris. I'm not leaving. I will have a good time until my hands fall off.
You sound like a college athlete that participated in the year 2020. I'm not leaving. Just staying around forever.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, my man. I wish I could have been playing the whole time instead of sitting here dealing with you, trying to get under my skin, talking about our state game, and you're trying to be sneaky, man. You're not slick. I appreciate you trying to aggravate me and get me riled up and get me to say something that may or may not get me in trouble. I don't appreciate it, Josh.
Look, I can't anticipate how you're going to react.
You're trying to throw me across the middle to a blow-up. High and across the middle. That's you, Josh.
Like Al Wilson at a flag football game.
By the way.
Step across those lines.
By the way, there's a 0% chance Al Wilson's going to be the linebackers coach.
Okay.
Stop.
Checking the text box to see if we've had one more question about Al.
Like, I know we are an esports venue where they playing video games and get a little escape from reality.
Yeah, simulated world.
Yeah. Al Wilson ain't going to be a linebackers coach, okay? That's reality.
Eric Berry to coach safeties, Tim Banks to handle the linebackers. What do you think about that idea?
Yeah,
also,
that sounds perfect.
Jerry in Collierville, Vandy a solid 1 seed in the NCAA chess tournament, as you were hating on the Commodores a little bit earlier.
Hating is a strong word, Josh.
Strong but accurate.
No. I wasn't hating. Hating means that you're jealous of someone doing something good. That's the definition of hating. I'm not jealous of anything that Vanderbilt's doing in the sports arena. Anything. So I was just accurately pointing out that they're terrible at basketball, Josh. Because of the rankings, because of the standings. The numbers don't lie, Josh. It's right there.
They're not a pretty watch. I promise that.
You hating.
Before we close out the show at Knox Esports, how about some other things to watch this weekend? Tennessee Vanderbilt is on the schedule for the weekend. Swain, the Power Poll, what to watch over the next few days?
I'm going to be completely honest here. Mm-hmm. My list is biased.
Okay.
My list is biased because Tennessee is playing. Number 5, Texas A&M, Alabama. Ooh. That's going to be a basketball game, folks. Number 4, Kentucky, Auburn, at Auburn. Oh, man. It's going to be a good one, too.
Auburn's going to score 150 points.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Marquette, UConn. Y'all, this is a top 5 matchup.
Yep.
Marquette's number 4, UConn's number 1. And here's my bias picks.
Okay.
Just being honest here.
Okay.
Tennessee, Vanderbilt. And number 1 is Tennessee baseball versus Texas Tech tonight.
You can watch on Flow Baseball, or you can listen to John Wilkerson on the audio stream, painting the picture for you. You'll still be able to see what happens if you listen to John tell you.
John Wilkerson, like Bob Ross. Happy strikeouts. Happy strikes. Happy balls. Happy home runs. Bob Ross, painting that picture for the fans.
I have a spread-out weekend in the sports world for you. Number 5, the Genesis Invitational. See what Tiger can do. He shanked one there, I think, on 18.
He's not going to win, Josh.
Probably not. Number 4, Kentucky, Auburn. Number 3, gentlemen, start your engine. Stop by the racing simulator at Knox Esports, the Daytona 500. Getting going, I have college baseball, Tennessee, Texas Tech, the highlight, one of them, with the top 25 matchup. I have Kansas, Oklahoma. Kansas is a team you're rooting against if you're a Tennessee fan, because they're in similar seeding position.
But you lost to them.
That's why you need somebody else to beat them for you.
But you need them to win because it makes your loss look better.
I wouldn't worry about that.
It's confusing. Whatever.
It's a confusing time in the sports world. Nothing confusing about Knox Esports, though. They will set you up to have a great time. We've had a great time here today. We appreciate you hanging out with us on the Sports Animal, on the Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. Joel Silverberg, appreciate you. And we'll be back on Monday at 12 o'clock to react to everything from this past weekend. As Tyler and Will get ready to take over next on the Sports Animal, thanks for hanging out with us right here on Josh and Swain.
Makes a little sports analysis, pop culture, and great